MobileMustHave.com is pairing Starlink's new in-motion high-performance Starlink dish with Peplink mobile routers for a complete internet solution that gives you redundancy with Starlink and cellular internet solutions for rock-solid, reliable internet. Come along with us and we'll tell you all about it. So MobileMustHave.com got pretty popular up on the internet by doing bundles, right? So we took a lot of the guesswork out of mobile internet solutions by bundling all the stuff you need together into a single solution and explaining to customers how to put it all together for a real optimal solution. That's what we've done here today with the Starlink Peplink mobile internet bundles. And man, I filled up this table. I think in my last Starlink only video, I said I've never had this much stuff on the table. Now I've got even more. So don't worry, don't feel intimidated by all this stuff. Some of it you're not even going to use, but I want to show you kind of what comes in all of these kits and how it all comes together for rock solid mobile internet connectivity. All right, so let's talk about what you get. There's a lot here. The first thing you get is you get a complete Starlink high performance mobility solution. So technically, if you wanted to use the Starlink without any Peplink routers or devices, you get everything you need to do that. So that gets you your high performance dish, which you see here, gets you your wedge mount for fixed mounting the device up on the roof. It gets you your power injector, that this big boy right here powers up this dish, and then it gets you your Starlink router and then all associated cables. It also gets you the included grommet kit for installing, for getting down from the roof into your RV or marine application that Starlink includes, all of the screws and silicone and Loctite and mollies and everything that Starlink includes. So everything's included from the standard fixed kind of motion or in-motion Starlink solution. In addition to that standard kit, we are going to be providing you with a Peplink mobile router. This is going to be like your command center, your central hub that's going to allow you to use multiple internet connections if necessary to provide you a more redundant internet solution than just with Starlink alone. At the time of us launching, we have two bundle options. One is with our Balance 20X mobile router, which gives you a tremendous amount of flexibility. We'll talk about that one in a minute. And then the second one is with our BR1 Pro 5G mobile router, which gives you a very high performance 5G cellular modem inside of that router that's going to control the Starlink and give you access to 5G cellular for a really reliable connection. The bundle kit also includes a 12-volt fused power adapter for your Peplink device. It also will come with standard 120-volt power bricks and everything, but as part of your bundle, you have the kit that allows you to direct wire this into your house batteries. Before we get into the how you plug all this stuff together to make it all work, let's kind of talk about the why. I'm going to bring up right here my RV that's sitting right outside there, and I'm going to show you my dashboard, and it's going to show you how many internet connections I have available to me right now. And it's quite a few. I think there's 10 plus internet solutions that I can use to connect to the internet, including the Starlink high performance mobile dish, all through a central dashboard here that's managed by my Peplink device. So what is this bundle giving me? It's giving me the ability to use more than one internet connection at the same time, or one internet connection at the same time and then fail over to another one if the first one doesn't work or fails for some reason. Maybe I decided to park under a tree and my Starlink's not working, or there was an issue with the solar storm or something else and the Starlink's not working, or maybe a cell tower is down and my cellular's not working, so I want to use the Starlink. This solution gives me the ability to do all that. Now, if you want to combine the connections into one single redundant connection, the technology is included in the Peplink device. It's called Speed Fusion Connect, and it allows you to connect any internet connection, but let's say a Starlink with another internet connection, let's say cellular, into one unified connection. We have detailed guides on Speed Fusion Connect, how to set it up, and quite a bit more information available. So we're going to keep this video at a high level of an overview, but just so you know, you can absolutely do that with these kits. Okay, so let's talk about bundle options and the differences between going with the Balance 20X that you see here or the BR1 Pro 5G. Why would you pick one? Okay, well, let's start initially with cost. The Balance 20X is about 40% cheaper than the BR1 Pro 5G, and it has more expandability out of the box. It's really kind of our most expandable mobile router. So it's cheaper and it's more expandable, but it doesn't have 5G out of the box. So this device, when you get it in our bundle kit, includes an embedded modem down here. This is a Category 7 cellular modem. This will work very well on T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon. And you can put the SIM cards right in here. You get 2 SIM card slots, but 1 modem, so you can connect to 1 cell tower at a time. You also get an integrated 4-port switch here. You get the ability to plug in a WAN device like Starlink. So you would plug your Starlink into here. We'll talk about that in a little bit. You actually can convert one of these LAN ports to a second WAN port. So if you had like T-Mobile home internet, one of those little tin cans, you wanted to use that, the licensing is included with this when you purchase it to connect a second wired internet device to that. You get your Wi-Fi right here, 2 and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi included right inside the kit. You then get an expansion port here. This is a little mini expansion port. Right now I've got a modem installed in that, but you could install a 5G cellular modem inside of here, and that would be in addition to the one you have down here. So now you have 2 cellular connections, one of them being 5G, in addition to the ability to use the Starlink in this bundle. So now you're starting to get a lot of connections going. You also have on this side a USB port. You can plug a max adapter into this USB port, which will give you another 5G cellular connection or cellular modem. So now you've got 5G, 5G, and a nice 4G down here for 3 cellular connections, plus you've got your Starlink here for 4 connections, plus you could add more via those ports. So we're talking major expandability, and you can get in at a very low price point. Now that said, let's step over to the BR1 Pro bundle. Okay, well, if you added 5G to this, you would now have a dual cellular device, but you would be more expensive than if you just picked this in the first place. So for a lot of customers that just want a single cellular connection and Starlink, and they want the ability to combine them together, the BR1 Pro 5G bundle is probably the best bet for you. So what do you get inside of this kit? You get an embedded 5G cellular modem that's capable of 4 gigabits per second of speed. It's a blazing fast 5G chipset in here. We've done a video specific to this modem, which I will link, that will give you more information on that. But you get your integrated WAN port, so you can plug your Starlink into this. You have your integrated Wi-Fi, 2 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz, so that will provide Wi-Fi throughout. And you also get Wi-Fi 6 in this device. So this has an upgraded Wi-Fi technology that does a little bit better when you're in congested RV parks. You can also convert one of these LAN ports, these for connecting your local computer devices, to a second WAN port. The licensing for that is included in the device if you wanted to connect a second cellular device like a T-Mobile home internet in addition to the Starlink. So pretty robust and flexible, and also pretty compact. It's in a very small, compact package. The BR1 Pro 5G also has a maximum throughput on the cellular side that's faster than the Balance 20X. The Balance 20X will max out at 150 megabits on the cellular side. Still plenty fast, likely faster than the Starlink, depending on the cellular conditions. But just so you know, if you want the fastest cellular speeds, I would go with the BR1 Pro bundle. All right, so let's talk about how all this stuff goes together. And we do have detailed wiring diagrams to explain it all, but we will just sort of talk through from the roof all the way down to the internet, so you understand how it all plugs together. First thing you do with this bundle is take this Starlink router, it looks like this, and set it aside. You're not going to use it. That's basically a consumer grade router that doesn't give you a lot of technology or flexibility. And one of the benefits of the fixed mount solution is they give you the cables and the stuff to replace that. Okay, so we're going to take this dish, we're going to mount this up on the top of the RV. And the way we do that is we take our wedge mount here, we face the wedge mount lower point towards the front of the vehicle. We then look for our cable entry point, which is right there, and we face that downwards also towards the front of the vehicle. There are detailed mounting instructions on how this works inside of the kit, but essentially you're screwing 4 screws down onto the roof, and then you've got 4 screws that go up into the dish to secure it. And then you've got one single cable coming down from the roof. Starlink includes 25 feet of this very robust cable. It's about 7 or 8 millimeters in diameter, so it's a nice big heavy duty cable. And 25 feet, I think, is a really nice amount of cable. The portable dishes that were really made for residential use came with, I think it was 50 or 75 feet. It was just like everyone ended up having like bundles of cable sitting around. 25 feet is a nice amount to make sure you can get where you want to be on your roof and also into the media cabinet without a ton of extra slack. So that's going to come down from this dish into your power supply here. It all comes pre-plugged in, so you know where everything plugs in. You're going to plug your power supply into your regular 120 volt power. Then you're going to remove the router, and you're going to use this optional cable here that comes with it. You're going to plug it into the same port on the bottom of this power supply that the router was plugged into. But now you're going to have a standard Ethernet cable here on the end. It's really nice that Starlink gave us everything we need here to create a more reliable, redundant solution. We're going to take that Ethernet cable, we're going to plug it into the WAN port of our Peplink, and that's it. We are done. From a wiring perspective, we're good to go. Obviously, we've got to power up our Peplink, we've got to power up our Starlink, but other than that, that is what we need to get the solution connected. In terms of activation, Starlink gives you this little piece of paper here that has a KIT number on it, or a kit number. That kit number, you will go to starlink.com, you will enter your address, and as soon as you enter your address, you will see a new box for signing up, and it will say, there's a little checkbox that says, I already have a Starlink, and that will request this KIT number that you enter in, along with your billing information and details. We typically see the dishes power up after you've wired everything up, and it's all powered up. You will see internet connectivity within, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes once they provision. I think they kind of say wait a minimum of an hour, but it's usually faster than that. And then the dish will fire up and operate, providing you have a clear view of the sky and you're in a Starlink service area. You'll be good to go. It's that simple. As always, these videos are brought to you by our premium members. I would highly recommend you check out memberships at membership.mobilemusthave.com. These bundles are discounted for our members. We cannot discount the Starlink because of our agreements with the manufacturer, but we can discount everything else in the kit. So member benefits are included there, plus access to other things like upgraded 2-day shipping on everything except for the Starlink. The Starlink is the price that Starlink allows us to sell it for, and that's pretty much it. But the memberships also give you access to the Mobile Internet Resource Center, our forums, a extensive amount of wealth of information regarding Starlink, all things Starlink inside of our Starlink Resource Center, and a forum dedicated to Peplink and how all of this stuff works together that's staffed by myself and other members. So it's definitely worth checking out at membership.mobilemusthave.com. If you're interested in learning more about this, you have any questions, you're not sure which bundle is best for you, any of that stuff, you can hop over to mobilemusthave.com, click on the bottom right-hand corner to start up a chat with an expert. You can also schedule a consultation with one of our experts at talk.mobilemusthave.com, and we will schedule a phone call to go over all of the options and answer any questions you have. And lastly, you can always email us at info@mobilemusthave.com if you have any questions, and we'll get right back to you ASAP. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed our Starlink bundle video, and we'll see you on the road.